There were former congressmen, former governors or senators like Obama. Every stinking one cop from Washington to Obama was a swamp creature, was a member of the quote-unquote elite. In 2016, 64 million Americans chose a guy who'd never even run for county dog catcher, okay? A guy who built buildings.
Cool. Poggies. I can't believe you want to go from this to Sargon of Akkad and Sebastian Gorka. The two of them together. They're like, what do you think they're actually going to talk about? It's going to be horrible. Like, just look at their faces. It's not even loading.
And I actually caught a lot of flack from the MAGA supporters online for saying, you know, I actually think this is probably more representative than people would like to admit, because there's no doubt that under the kind of pressure that Trump was under when he came into office.
Oh, God. Let me just see that thing that you sent, Stigens. Oh, bunnies! It's pretty cute. Yeah, that's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. All right, that's pretty cute. Pretty wholesome.
And as you say, the sort of dearth of reliable men and women on side and the number of political appointments, there's no doubt there's going to be all sorts of agents of chaos who have to fill some sort of role. And so I was not surprised that it would be portrayed by...
This is kind of awkward with them being so large and towering above me. I feel inadequate. I'm going to have to... Here we go. There we go. Okay. Let's put them there. And now I can lord over them. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Much better.
So I can tell you that most of it was
1736, thank you.
Fabulous wet dreams of the fake news industrial complex. The idea that you'd walk into the West Wing and people would be screaming and tearing their hair out. I remember one day coming in early into the West Wing, and I found Steve Bannon, who was so there was one guy between me and the president. I was deputy assistant to the president. Steve was assistant to the president. So I had one boss between me and Donald Trump, the president. And I found Steve with the then chief of staff, Reince Priebus, in this office space between their two offices where the secretaries sat, poring over an opened up Washington Post or New York Times.
This is justified.
And they were belly laughing, okay? These are the guys who, quote unquote, detested each other. And they were saying, oh, today you're supposed to hate me, or am I supposed to hate you? And they were just poking fun at this guy, unnamed sources in the West Wing. Most of the stories from unnamed sources were garbage. But I'll modify that with two things. Donald Trump's style of leadership is quite unique. He's not interested in yes men. And I'll give you an example. So he hated the Iran deal. He thought Obama's JC.
Lucid did well. Man, I miss these old MySpace ones. Male, 73 years old, draining swamps and taking names. Oh, wait, you probably can't see this at all. I just realized that. Hold on. Okay, that's much better. Male, 73 years old, Washington, D.C., draining swamps and taking names. About me. A world that sends you reeling from decimated dreams. Your misery and hate us, kill us all. So paint it black and take it back. Let's shout it loud and clear. Defiant to the end. We hear the call. All the Zoomers are like, well, I don't get it. What is on screen right now? This is what social media used to look like. Zoomers. Yeah. Stare into the abyss. Stare into the abyss of social media. This is what it used to be like. This used to be Facebook, MySpace, all of them.
POA that gave $140 billion to the murderous Mullahs was bad, and he wanted to kill it. And one day he called me and Steve into the Oval. He called us his heavies. And he had members
needs a dancing
of
baby
the cabinet
too.
arrayed in front of him. He had Tillerson, the Secretary of State. He had H.R. McMaster, the National Security Advisor. He had the Treasury Secretary, Mnuchin. These guys were all pro-Iran deal. They were not MAGA, okay? These were not MAGA guys. And he said, okay, Steve, Seb, why do we have to get out of the Iran deal?
Yeah.
And then
Lance, what is going on with your screen? Oh, sorry, I'll adjust it for you. Hold on. This little adjustment. All right, there you go. Is that better? I think everyone can
we
agree.
deliver, we unload both barrels. Then the swamp creatures made their arguments.
Oh yes,
and then he
the
decided.
swamp
So it was like,
creatures.
it was like a dog fight.
Swamp
He wanted to hear
creatures
the
are
arguments.
here.
Yeah.
He wanted to see the clash
My.
of intellects or stances, and then he would decide. If that's chaos, I want more chaos like that. That's my kind of chaos.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Massive flashing footnote. There were people at the
Okay, it's hard to appreciate in this camera angle, so let me just switch this for a second. Just watching Sargon simping, like he's just like listening to this and, oh yes, no, that sounds awesome. Oh, tell me more, Daddy. Yes, tell me about the swamp things. Amazing.
the highest level, even at cabinet level. Like, and I can give you chapter and verse on Mad Dog Mattis, the Secretary of Defense. There are people at the cabinet level who are actively sabotaging the president. So it's not crazy chaos inside the building. It's who's got the best argument functionally, whilst you're dealing with subversive fifth elements who are truly there.
Do you think any of that actually happened? Do you think there was a room where he's like, okay, now I'm looking for subversive ideas. Bigley, who's got it? Mr. President, allow me. I have an idea or two, a scheme perhaps. Pretty sure it was just fucking utter chaos and just like dudes drinking, fucking just drinking and eating fast food. Just apparently the entire White House was fucking rank with the stench of fast food. It was like 24/7 because there was so much fast food there.
To control the president or to sabotage him, and that's undeniable.
See, now that's actually what I would have imagined it to be like, because you can tell that Trump had obviously a good nose for who was MAGA and who was not, and I always wondered, why are there so many non-MAGA?
Oh, split coffee, thank you. You've done the thing. So now that you've subbed, we can fix the screen so that it doesn't look like this quite as much anymore. So I'll just adjust here. We're almost there. We go. It's almost ready, and oh, nice. Okay, there we are.
MAGA people around him. Well, that explains it. There's not enough men for the positions, and it all falls into place with this kind of information. So, okay.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of why there aren't MAGA people.
Yeah.
So what people forget about 2016, and it's quite remarkable. I find it amusing that an immigrant like myself, with the accent I have, has to remind my fellow Americans what happened exactly 5 years ago. From the Revolutionary War against King George, from 1776 up to Obama, every president for 44 presidents, and I mean every president, was a swamp creature. They were either retired generals like Washington or Eisenhower.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Well, you know what that means, everyone. And of course, you might think that this is going to become smaller, but you would be wrong. It's going to become very focused instead. Exceptionally focused. There we are. And now, there we go.
There were former congressmen, former governors or senators like Obama. Every stinking one cop from Washington to Obama was a swamp creature, was a member of the quote-unquote elite. In 2016, 64 million Americans chose a guy who'd never even run for county dog catcher, okay? A guy who built buildings and had his own reality TV show.
Oh, he's so pleased. Look at him. Oh my, yes. Yes. No, tell me more, Sebastian. Please. Please.
14 seasons. We've never done that. I mean, we broke politics. We said, screw the swamp. We want an outsider. So the idea that there was no bench of similar people is kind of to be expected. And on top of that, you have what we've seen in just the last few years. It's not cancel culture. It is the Alinskyite politics of personal destruction. So I was a conservative all my life. My father escaped a political prison in communist Hungary. So, I have conservative values in my veins. So I thought I'd seen it all. When I became a political appointee, and one of the first things they did is I was the face of defending the travel ban. So when we said people from 7 nations that are hotbeds of terrorism can't come to America. I was one of the faces in the fake
Lance,
news.
can you fix the screen even more for 500 biddies? Okay. There we are. Okay. All right.
Baiting the hosts.
Yeah.
As soon as I was doing that effectively, I thought I'd seen it all. They didn't just come after me. They didn't just call me a Nazi, Carl. They went after my wife. They went after my 18-year-old son in high school with an article that called him a traitor in the headline of the article. I mean, this is a massive. Forget about the little anti-MAGA bureaucrats across the establishment.
Yeah, no, this is definitely some strange shit, but you know what? This is very internet. This is the kind of cursed content I feel the internet deserves. When
are you going to find decent people who say, yeah, I'll come in for 4 years to serve the people and make America great again? The left has been incredibly successful in just targeting people who are decent and to say, you know, it's not worth your time. Just you stay there in the private sector. So this again, you know, the cancel culture on steroids is something we really have to get a grip on.
To watch the full video, please become a premium member at...
Oh, that was it. That was all the Lotus Eaters. Oh my. Well, what did you learn? What did you learn, everyone? Well, what did you learn about Daddy Sargon and everything? We're really beginning to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that was pretty dumpster fire comedy tier. That was not nothing to be proud of. Let me say that. Hey, do you like movies? Do you like Serfs? Do you want movies and Serfs watching the movies? So then come over to the new channels. It's the Serfs cinema. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Can you do the thing, you know, that thumbs up and comment and all those things that help us out in the algorithm that controls every aspect of our lives? Also, if you happen to have a Facebook account, can you delete it? Like, just delete it. You should probably delete your Facebook account because it's not a great company. But hey, if you can't do that for whatever reason, I understand. And could you also go to facebook.com/thesurftimes then and give us a little like and a follow. We're just trying to push back against the fact that people like Ben Shapiro happen to dominate the platform entirely. And when everyone asks why do older generations believe the things they believe, one of the problems is the majority of them on social media use Facebook. So to counter that, we're just going to be on there too now. Also, if you happen to have a union or a worker co-op or even a leftist project, podcast, website, Zoom, MySpace, it doesn't matter. We will advertise it for free on this channel. All you got to do is go to weareserfs.com and use the forms that we got there, weareserfs.com. Thanks, everybody.
To our gods, I'm Raft and Xander Corvus. We shall build golden idols in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker. Our soft, spongy flesh is yours to command. To our lords, Evan Nudie, Trevor R., Alexander Thaler, Ryan Lubin, Bisexual Black Gamer, Tofox, and Jeffrey Lamb, we proudly carry your sigils onto the battlefield. And to our Knights of the Round Table, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Timothy Hart, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophagic, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, Callie Kotka, The Great Pudini, Von Janney, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Encosin, J. Fraser Cartwright, Jimmy Bignuts, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Nicholas Marks, Jopi, Josh Mickelson, Melissa Murphy, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, and Constance Joyce Lacheris. We tip our cap and lift our mug and salute you.